I found the perfect battery pack for all of my needs, and I want to give you my top 5 reasons why. And it's currently on sale. You're welcome. Hey, my name is Dan, and this is my channel. I worked at Apple for 19 years, and now I am in full-time ministry. Today, I want to share with you my all-time favorite battery pack. Now, I've been using battery packs for many years. As you know, or maybe you don't know, but since I worked at Apple for 19 years, I traveled quite a bit. So I always had some type of battery pack in my book bag or in my laptop bag. And now with the iPhone and MagSafe, you always have a battery pack somehow, some way. And they've gotten so inexpensive. They come in all shapes and sizes and dimensions. But then when you really need one, it's probably not charged. Maybe it's the wrong one, or maybe even that ran out of battery. The reason that I love this Anker battery pack, and by the way, Anker did send me this for free, but I gotta tell you, I am an Anker fan. In my desk, I have my Anker docking system, which I purchased myself. I have other Anker battery packs that I have stored throughout the house, and I just love their product. When I saw this one come out, it intrigued me quite a bit because it has a lot of features, and I'm just gonna give you my top 5 reasons why I love this one so much, and you should grab this while it's on sale. Here's reason number one, the massive capacity that this thing has. This has 25,000 milliamp hours or 90 watt hours. Now, I know what you're saying, because when I see those numbers, I'm like, what on earth does that even mean? Well, the fact that it has 25,000 milliamp hours, you are storing up a lot of juice in this device. This could charge your laptop. Maybe you have a MacBook Pro or MacBook Air, maybe one of the newer ones. It could fully charge your laptop. If you have an iPad, it could charge it a couple of times. If you have an iPhone, it can charge it many times. Now, 25,000 milliamp hours is a lot of the battery that you're storing in there. So I like the fact that it's a huge capacity, and the size of this thing is relatively small. Here it is next to my iPhone. I mean, it is as tall as my iPhone identically. Obviously, it's a lot thicker, but it's just the size of my iPhone, which I absolutely love. So I love the capacity of this thing. Second reason that I love this so much is not only does it store a lot of juice within itself, it's how fast it could deliver that juice, if that makes sense. It has insanely fast charging, up to 100 watts per USB-C. So as you can see here, and we'll talk about the different ports that it has, but it has a couple USB-Cs and a USB-A, as well as a USB-C cable attached to it. But it can deliver 100 watts of power when used alone, or 165 watts total when you use both ports at once. Now, let me just put this in perspective. When you buy an iPhone, iPhones don't even bring the little USB brick anymore, but I know you probably have like a ton of those laying around. And if you remember, you had the tiny brick that iPhone used to come with. That thing only charged at 5 watts. When iPad and iPad Pro came out, they started giving us a slightly larger charger, and that one would go up to 25 watts. And then just for perspective, your laptop, whether you have a MacBook Air or maybe you have a MacBook Pro, those can go up all the way up to 65 watts. And I think there's even a 100-watt one that they sell now. But it basically, it's how much power it's being released at once. It's almost like if you have a bottle of water and you just open the cap a little bit, or maybe you drill a small hole in the cap, and you have a huge 2-liter bottle of water, but if you have a tiny little drop coming out, that's 5 watts. The juice is coming out very little at once. However, if you open up that cap and now you have a real big gulp coming out, that will signify 100 watts, right? So this not only can store a lot of juice, it can deliver a lot of juice at once. And that's super important, especially if you're going to use this for a laptop. Many people I've seen people work at an airport, maybe they have a MacBook Pro or MacBook Air, or even a PC for that matter, and they're plugged into a very small brick, because yes, it does power on the device, but it's barely powering it on, so it's not giving it the throughput rate of actually charging the laptop. It's just enough to kind of keep it alive, if you will. This thing has enough power where it can deliver, again, up to 100 watts on your USB-C, that it will not only keep your laptop alive, but it can definitely charge it. And at the end of this video, we'll navigate to Anker's website directly, and I'll kind of walk you through some of their specific tech specs. So hang on tight, we'll be there just in a couple of seconds here. But this reason number two, it has a lot of power that it could store, but it can deliver that power pretty quick. My third reason that I love this thing, believe it or not, it is built for travel. I just recently went on vacation and we had the awesome time in Cancun, Mexico. And, you know, I don't know, maybe I've been living under a rock for the last couple of years, but airlines have definitely put a limit on what battery packs you can take, even the devices that you can take on an airplane. And this stays under the 100-watt-hour limit that most airlines restrict you from. So this is carry on safe. Now, another bonus that I love about this, especially for travel, again, I mentioned that it's about the size of the iPhone, and if you carry a book bag like I do, this thing, most book bags nowadays have a little side pocket for a water bottle. This is, you know, about the size of a soda can. This fits perfectly in there. It has a built-in lanyard, so if you're traveling and you don't want to forget this, you can wrap it around your wrist, kind of carry things through. It's very easy, very compact. Again, fits almost anywhere. That's my third reason. It's built for travel. Now, what's my fourth reason? Well, I gotta tell you, and I'm gonna show you, it's actually the display. So this has a very nice display in front of it that'll obviously show you the charge. And then here in a couple of seconds, I'll go ahead and plug in something to charge. Start charging my iPhone here. And what I love about this is that it'll indicate to you exactly what is charging, from what port, and how much power it's giving out. So right now in my second cable that I have connected here, it is delivering power to my iPhone. As you can see here, it's delivering. You can see it up there in the top right hand corner if my camera decides to focus. But you see my battery indicator there charging, and this thing is still at 100%. Obviously, it just began charging. So I love the fact that it has a interactive display showing what's charging and how many watts it's charging. Now, my phone currently is at 60%, so it's kind of over that threshold. So it is charging at a decent rate. But I'm already at 60%, so no biggie there. Now, what is my fifth reason? Honestly, maybe my first. It's how versatile this is. This has a built-in lanyard, but guess what? This lanyard is also a USB-C cable attached. Now, I've read reviews and they talk about, oh, I don't know, I'm gonna hang it on my wrist with a USB cable. It's not gonna, listen, this thing is very thick. I'll do my best to have the camera focus. It's very thick, and what I love about it is how easy it is to attach the cable. It just slides right in and locks into place, so that way you can hang it. So it's versatile. You have a cable with you. How many times have you taken your battery pack and forgot to pack the stinking cable? I'm guilty of that. I love the fact that it has a built-in cable. Well, Dan, what if that cable gets detached as you're falling off a cliff and it's saving your life and it detaches? Well, you also have another USB-A port here in the back. You also have a USB-C port on the back. And then probably my favorite is right here. Kind of show you this if I can get it straight. It has a built-in another USB cable that is retractable. How cool is that? That's probably about 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet, and you have a cable attached to you, which is pretty sweet. So there, my phone is charging, and then I'll go ahead and use, actually I'm going to switch cables here. I'm going to go to my built-in lanyard cable. I'll show you it charging two devices at once, and I have a portable air pump that I keep in my car, not sponsored, and it has a USB-C port in the back. So I'm going to plug this in. It's going to start charging here, and I'm going to try to do this as carefully as I can, but I want to show you the screen. Let me get my face out of the way. One is charging at 10 watts. The other one is charging at 18 watts. There it goes. And it starts to ramp up there. Pretty awesome. And now both devices are being charged one device. Listen, this is a phenomenal. The build quality is insanely um, insanely well built. I mean, Anker has always had great build quality, and these things are awesome. I mean, if you're there are just so many reasons to have one. If you're going out to the beach, if you're keeping it in the car, we live on the East Coast and we are in the middle of hurricane season. And as a matter of fact, there's a hurricane or a low or depression forming out there off in the off the coast of Africa, coming over by the Caribbean. And many people always think of having some type of battery backup, even for the home. And I'm even working on a battery backup solution here for the home. And maybe we'll partner up with Anker for that. Not sure. Anker, if you're watching. Um, but we always think of having battery power options for flashlights, for things of the home, and we always think, oh, my phone, I can just run out to the car and charge my device if I'm out of power. And you're absolutely right. But I'll tell you, living through several major hurricanes, gasoline became an issue, right? So we were conserving as much gas as we were in our vehicles. And oh, Dan, how long were you really out of power? I've been out of power for almost 2 weeks during one of the a massive hurricane that swept through our area many years ago. So it is a real thing. But honestly, it's the convenience of just having power wherever and whenever you need it, and the fact that you can charge up to 4 devices at once. It's pretty cool. Now, I will tell you before we jump into Anker's website, this does have several inputs, right? So you have USB-C, the retractable cable up on top, you have the built-in lanyard, and you have the USB-C on the side. You can actually charge from any of these ports except the USB-A port, which would be the slowest port. You wouldn't want to charge on that. But you can actually charge from multiple sources. Now for me, since it's literally called the laptop battery pack charger by Anker. Here's the box and what it looks like. What I do to charge this even faster is that I will use my laptop charger to charge this rapidly. And then instead of taking my laptop charger brick with the cable, it's just a mess. I'll fill this up to the brim and then I'll just throw this in my backpack and then go. So let's jump into the website and let's take a look at some of their specs here. So again, you can charge 4 devices simultaneously, which is pretty powerful. Again, for me, having the screen is major because not only will it show me what is charging and at how much is charging, when I'm actually charging the Anker itself, it will tell me how long it's going to take to charge, which is also a great thing to have, right? Like if you're going on a trip or you're going to be going out with the kids on a field trip or you're going to be taking a road trip, whatever it is, and you're charging this device, you want to be able to know how much longer it's going to take to charge your battery pack as it is. And as you can see here, Anker does have it on its website on sale for $119. However, I have in the description below, I will link you to my Amazon affiliate link. Now, it is an affiliate link, and what does that mean? Basically means that if you decide to buy one and you buy it through my link, I get a small referral credit from Amazon, and you pay the exact same. As a matter of fact, you will pay even cheaper because I have this actually, I've listed it here in my iPad Essentials. It's actually 30% off for just $94. So it's even cheaper than Anker's website. Again, I've been a fan of Anker for a long time, so even I've recommended this for a long time already. So 100 watts max output for continuous power. It has 100 watts coming out of USB-C 1, USB-C 2, and USB-C 3. And then USB-A, just because that is a slower port, you can do 33 watts max. And again, putting into perspective, going back to the original iPhone brick at only 5 watts, this is night and day difference. So listen, I hope that you gleaned something new from this video. I don't want to make this sound like a commercial or anything like that. I truly believe in this product and I use this product all along. It also comes with a little carrying case, by the way. I think this is one of the best battery pack chargers that I've come across in a long, long time, and I've used them all. I've used from the name brands to the non-name brands, and this is a clear winner. So if you want one, check it out in the description below. If you have any questions, if you want to see any other product, if you have any other questions about any upcoming products, stay tuned to the channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. iPhone 17 is releasing or launching or going to be announced, better said. Next week, I'm going to be staying on top of all things iPhone, and I'll tell you all about all the new features that Apple will release. I've been doing iOS 26 beta testing. That's in the channel as well. I'll link one up above if you want to catch up on that. But stay tuned because so many things are going to change with iPhone, and I want to be there to walk you through. Hey, listen, before you go, if you have a few more minutes, want to check out this video here that I left for you. I think you're going to enjoy it. Until next time, my friends, peace out.